Daily grind, music's got my feelings so free. We're gonna celebrate and dance for free. Daily grind. Shout out Wayno, man. You gave me that song this morning and I loved it. I was gonna do something else, but you got me. Welcome to the Daily Grind and happy Friday. Almost said Thursday.
Ooh, I'm glad it's Friday.
God, if I said Friday, what would have happened is you just would have, or if it was Thursday, my camera just would have gone blank like yours did. It would have did. I would have flatlined. But welcome to the Daily Grind. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker. And today I got Rusty Musty Buckets with me, brother. How are you?
Dude, I am so good. It is finally Friday. It is it's the weekend eve. We've got a big weekend coming up, which I'll talk about in the weekend outlook, but super stoked to be here and talking Memphis Grizzlies basketball.
Man, let's just jump right into it too, because there's the schedule was released yesterday. For those of you who, if you watched the show yesterday, you know that we were all excited about this. There's a lot to like. There's a lot of games. There's well, let's just start. The preseason will officially start on October 7th.
Mm-hmm.
There will be 5 preseason games before the regular season starts. Thoughts on the preseason before we get to the regular? It's preseason.
It's the preseason. You know, we'll see probably a healthy dose of Cam Spencer and Jalen Wells and get John and them get their legs back. But just like the NFL preseason, we won't see a ton. I've been called worse. I do like the Iron Giant as a nickname. I like
this.
That.
Is Rusty Musty Buckets Iron Giant. I'm adding it.
I'm here for it.
So there were. I mean, let's just jump. Okay, so how many nationalized TV games?
7 or 9? 9.
5 on ESPN and 4 on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good, I guess. I mean, it's more than they had last year, right? I think last year was low, but
yeah. And I got a beef with that. So they talked about Adam Silver said on national televised games, like big games, there would not be any back-to-backs. You wouldn't have a game the next night. I think we have 5. Like we have back-to-back.
We have 15 back-to-backs.
Yeah, but like on our big, like what he said was like on our nationally televised games, there wouldn't be a back-to-back. And of the 9, I think we have 5 that are back-to-backs.
Yeah, I don't know. That is strange because he said Silver made a big
point.
He made a big stink about that, and then just do immediately like
just crap all over Memphis on it. Like I think it's either 4 or 5. It's wild.
It is wild. Let's see. So we've got 30th. I mean, man, 15 back to. I wonder. I didn't do the average. I don't care about the rest of the league. I don't care how many back to backs the rest of them have. I'm curious what that's like.
And like one of them right here in March the 9th, we play at New Orleans, 6:00 ESPN. March 10th, we play 7:00 at home against Phoenix. So like back to back, 2 good basketball teams that we're gonna have to play on a back to back after a nationally televised game. Same in in April, we play Minnesota at home on April 10th, and we play at Denver on April the 11th. Adam Silver, you're a liar.
You're a liar. And there's also just like in January, we play Sacramento and Golden State back to back in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's just like,
that's rough.
It just, I don't want to, I mean, I love conspiracy theories. I could have a whole podcast about the Denver airport one day if you wanted to. Just put them tinfoil hats on. It does seem like, I mean, I've always thought Silver might be a little chippy about, I mean, ever since the jaw gun incidents, it just felt like he was a little mad because of how it made the league look. I mean, case in point, he suspended him 25 games. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything here like, you want to be popular again, you're going to have to earn it.
No,
I don't get
honestly,
that.
I think it's a favorable schedule. It really is. You know, our over-under is our win total is 47.5. Looking at this, we deep dive on this on the $2 Sports Show this afternoon, but I see us hitting the over. Like this schedule feels like it sets up in our favor. It's a really cool opening night. I will absolutely be there for that one. The Magic at home, like that's a cool home opener after 2 road games to start the season, which is kind of a bummer. But like for it to be Orlando, I think that's a cool home opener for sure.
Man, there's cool is a good word for it. Like for the basketball heads out there, this is a really fascinating matchup because you've got the Franz Wagner piece where a lot of Grizzlies guys wanted him before we took Zaire. You've got 2 young and up and coming franchises that really hammer home defense talent. Like that's an awesome home opener. I'm curious what tickets are going to be for that one.
because we'll see like future NBA or future USA basketball players and John Morant and Banchero will absolutely play. We'll see 2 from the German team and Mo and Franz Wagner. You get to see Wendell Carter Jr., very athletic big. It'll be Zach Edey's first home game. Like, there's cool storylines. I don't care what the tickets prices are. I will absolutely be in that building.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Ain't missing out, baby.
Man, I'm trying to make sure that so I'm excited. The January 30th game, which I believe is going to be the first game that Houston comes back when Dylan will be back and having the full team. I've been waiting for this full Grizzly squad to play Dylan for a long time, and I'm just very excited for that game. I'm also very excited for the Timberwolves game, the MLK game. Excuse me,
MLK game. Yeah,
that one.
We always do some cool uniforms for that outside. Like, I liked the logo of the Lorraine Motel, but not the sleeves. But like, there's a lot of cool jerseys and stuff we could do there. There have been some leaks of what could be some retro throwback, all white Vancouver style uniforms, which I will spend an insane amount of money on. That kind of swag for sure. We don't get Wemby until like late in the season coming home, but we've got like Denver at a back-to-back at home. We play them like on the 17th and the 19th of November at home. Like, there's some cool games. We've got a 2-game road tilt to start the season. Then we play 4 straight at the FedEx Forum. So we get plenty of good, including Zaire's return game on October 30th. You've got the Bucks, who we beat, on national television. That was kind of Gigi's coming out party with Zach. They come with Shaq. They come to the Forum on October 31st. So I'm excited about that game. Like, can we run that back and have that kind of same success? Remember, it came down to Dame's like last second heave and we beat him. And then we get the Gigi moment where Shaq talks to him and he's just like, completely starstruck. Yeah. Oh, my t-shirt that's dirty or out of war yet. But like, there's some really cool home games. We get LeBron for the first time on the 6th. Our first look at Bronny as he comes to Memphis, and we'll see if he can be the missing piece for the Lakers. I'm excited also for November the 10th. That's the first time we play Portland. We play at Portland, and you think, why are we excited about a Portland game? We get to see Kling and Edey. Like, everybody was clamoring for Klingon, and including myself. Like, I was one of them. Now I hope Edey goes and gives him 40 and 20 and just absolutely just dominates him.
Like in the national title game all over again. Just give me that.
Just absolutely work that guy.
Yep. The one thing that, as much as you can be worried. I mean, I don't want to say worried. Shout out everybody in the comments joining us. Good to see y'all this morning. The last 10 games of the season worry me slightly just because 4 of the last 10 are against Denver, Dallas, Minnesota, and OKC. So that worries me because if Boston. So yeah, 5 of the last 10 are against those 5. And then you also have the Lakers and the Golden State in there who we play pretty well, and the Miami Heat, who are always tough.
That's a tough, especially if it's coming down. We talk about this on the 2 Buck Sports Show, but like if it's coming down to seeding, that's a rough way to end the season.
Rough way. And that's my thing, because we know it came down to seeding in the final games of last season. We know that it was like literally down to the final game. That's a worrisome way to close the season out for me. Like,
if there's a like you were talking about earlier, if there's a part where like Adam Silver is mad at the Grizzlies and got back at us, it's this stretch.
Yep.
I mean, because like if it's coming down to us being like a top 2 seed and that's what we have to finish with, because we never play Boston well. I'm not too worried about Minnesota and Dallas. We match up well with them. Denver, like Wayno said Wayno says we don't need to worry about Denver. I will always worry about Denver as long as Nikola Jokic is wearing the 1-5.
Yep.
We've got a couple bones in there with Detroit and Charlotte, but if there's a time where Adam Silver's like, I'm gonna stick it to the Grizzlies, it is after starting March 27th, 2025.
Yeah, man. That's the ringer. I would say that's the ringer for this season. But that being said, if it is such a competitive season and we get to this point, we should have a really good idea of what kind of team we have.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. December 21st is our first chance to see how many shots Alexander Sarr is going to miss.
Oh, yeah.
You go 0 for 15 or maybe 0 for 18, 0 for 20.
0 for 20. I wonder what the odds are for him to go 0 for 20.
I mean, I'd put money on it.
Yeah. I like this odds talk. Have the odds moved at all? You guys did the show yesterday. They've not changed.
Not changed. Not since we talked about it yesterday. The odds have really stayed the same. Our championship odds fluctuated just a little bit. I feel better. Like I was in the comments on Wednesday, talking about Wednesday talking about like I got the Grizz at plus 3,300 to win the NBA Cup. I like those odds. That doesn't change. I think leading up to and around that, like I feel really good about those. So they haven't moved really at all. And I don't think they should. Again, no. Like outside of the final stretch, it's a very favorable schedule. Yes, we have 15 back-to-backs. Yes, there's some weird ones too with like Sacramento and Denver and, some travel associated in there. But like, it's really not that bad of a schedule. Like it feels like we get some of the bottom dwellers of the Eastern Conference at the right time. Like for instance, in November, we've got Milwaukee on October 31st, November 2nd, the Sixers, November 4th, we play the Nets. And then we play the Lakers and the Wizards and the Trailblazers. So it's like, it's like tough game, cupcake, tough game, cupcake. It feels like there's a couple kind of sprinkled in there that as we need them, especially early in the season to get some momentum going. I don't know, Luke. I feel better and better about that over on 47.5.
I do too. And especially with every day that goes by, we seem to get another video of Ja cooking people, like just doing the work and the shape that he's in. Yes. I saw it. I don't know if you saw this. Nike dropped we talked about the Ja 2s. They did the triple black. Have you seen those yet?
Oh, I have not seen those yet.
I saw them this morning, dude. Solid black. Look them up really quick. They're sick. And they released a picture of him with them. And it might be the most shredded I've ever seen Ja. Like he looks like he's been not only preparing for the comeback MVP season, but it looks like he's like the $6 million man. They like rebuilt him in a lab this offseason. I think he's going to come back and just go on a tear.
This is the Ja Morant revenge tour where there will be, oh my God, absolutely, dude.
Look at those. Look at those.
I'm not a fan of all black. I feel like you look like you're working at, like those are like shoes built for restaurant work, right? So
non-slip.
But I'm not gonna lie, those pretty slick.
Right?
Those pretty slick.
I did the same thing. I looked at them. I was like, I don't work. Wait a minute.
Yeah, like I hadn't bartended in a long time, but like, those look pretty slick. But yeah, man, like you said, the Ja Revenge Tour starts early. The national, we will put America and the world on notice. You heard it here first. I will stay up for this. It's past my bedtime, but it's 9:00 tip, November the 13th. It's a Wednesday. We play at LA. 2 days later on November the 15th, also on ESPN, we play at Golden State. Yeah. That's going to be the coming out party where Ja's Revenge Tour is in full swing. Dez is in full swing. Like we've got our legs under us at that point. And I just have a really good feeling that we're going to be watching the future NBA MVP cooking on ESPN in those two games. And that's where like we really launch our season. And any of these flex games, they start moving some of our later games to national televised games. I really think that's going to be Ja's coming out party and the kickoff of the Revenge Tour.
Yeah, I think I was looking those two games specifically, how early they are, and them both being televised is like, you know what?
That feels like a moment.
Yeah, and we know that Ja pays attention to this. If there's anything we know that he is tuned in.
I mean, he called out one of our fearless leaders, Daniel Greer, on an interview. So he reads the tweets. Like, Ja knows what's going on, and those feel like two games. Those are the last two teams that put us out of the playoffs. They've been the ones that have kind of been like that stone in the road that prevents us from taking the next step. And what better way to announce our presence in the Western Conference that we, like from one of my favorite shows of all time, from The Wire, we're going to say, I want you to put the word out that we back up November 13th. Let's go.
Yes. Man, I thought about The Wire. I haven't thought about The Wire in a while. That got me pumped.
Great show.
It's a great show. It seems like everybody on the team is tuned into this too. We're like the Danny Thomas Celebrity Am golf tournament was yesterday.
Hey, real quick, before we transition off that, I did think one other thing. Speaking of everybody being tuned in, how awesome was the release video with Tony Allen?
Dude.
We didn't talk about it on the $2 Sports Show, but it was amazing. What a great, when they showed him walking off the floor against the Warriors through the dancers, and then him and he's like, all right, big country, big Reeves, Shaq, get that work.
Yes.
I haven't watched it. Memphis at MemGrizz on Twitter, Instagram. It's an incredible video. Well done.
They need to bring Tony Allen back for everything, man. That dude, he gets it. He gets it.
They need to put him, once they hang him up, let's get him to do some in-game videos for the Jumbotron. He's funny, he's witty, he's on the Chris Vernon show every Tuesday. The guy has a personality to market. let's use it, man. Let's go. Hopefully this is like that launch pad for him to help us more with some of our videos.
He's an asset that the team has just waiting. He's just waiting. They're retiring his jersey this year. I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
We need to have a Tony Allen episode. Tony Allen appreciation episode coming next week. I wonder if he golfs. Tony Allen's the kind of guy I would love to see golf. I bet he has a Charles Barkley, or he might have a Charles Barkley golf swing.
Either way, it could go either way.
Could go either way. I don't know. The biggest thing that I took away from this golf tournament that happened is Kennard's participation, and specifically Kennard's quotes, because it does seem like everybody on this team at least is saying the right thing, and they seem to believe what they're saying. Kennard said that, I think we were all worried about, quote unquote, worried, but he said, quote, I want to be in Memphis. This is where I want to be. I'm excited with what they have built over the last few years, and I want it to be a small part of that. I love that because it shows he knows his role, and he's not going to try to do anything else. He knows that's a dude who knows that he's bounced around the league, who knows he does have a skill set, and knows that he can help guys.
Exactly.
I also thought this was telling that he has been working out with people in Vegas with the team over the summer, which excites me because of injury. This is a guy that hasn't. Kennard needs as many reps as he can get, and he needs practice with these guys because it's small sample size. But that lineup of Kennard, Dez, Jaw, Tripp, and Steve-O was murder. It was absolutely murder. Like I think that he, the fact that he is already dialed in just makes me happy. The fact that this whole team is already dialed in right now and 2 months away from the season is awesome.
Yeah, like you said, it shows how much he really wants to be on this team. He's been putting in the work. He's been getting the reps. Like, we kind of knew he was going to sign all along, right? Yes. Like, watching him post videos of the draft and videos of Summer League and his newborn in a Grizz onesie. Like, the writing was on the wall. He clearly wanted to be in Memphis. And then to hear him come out and say this and be like, yeah, like, Memphis is my home. This is where I want to be. Like, this is like they're building something special here, much like St. Jude, like to make that connection. Like, it just shows me that he's all in on the community in Memphis. And I'm really grateful that we're here. Uncle Buck, you'll be happy to hear this. I hope we don't trade him. I like him being here. I really do. Like, yes, it's a tradable contract, but like these things are not mutually exclusive. I love him being here. I want him to stay in Memphis. He seems like a great asset. He does what we need well. And then, it's just you take out Steven Adams and insert Zach Edey, who's bigger, has a very similar style of play. Obviously doesn't have the experience that Steve-O does. And shout out Steve-O real quick, since we're on that subject. Like, his Memphis comments were pretty cool this week. He's like, for whatever reason, the fan base embraced me. And it's like, bro, because you were one of us. Like, you're a dude. Like, you're just a bro, right?
Yep.
And so, like, I don't know, man, just there's been a lot of cool stuff coming out. And Luke's comments just made me feel like it was the right move to re-sign him. He's going to do a lot of good things for us. Like you said, he's been hurt. He needs the reps. Watch out, man. It's Memphis versus everybody. We coming.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that we've got dudes that are our 7th and 8th guy coming off the bench that are already this dialed in with the team and this dialed in with the community in the city is awesome.
That's it, man. And, like, looking at, like, I saw this on Twitter yesterday. I think I bookmarked it. This one made me laugh. It was like, first of all, it's way off topic, but I have ADD, so here we go.
Let's do it.
A picture of 3 players from the Wizards, and it was like, will the Wizards go? The Wizards will go blank in 2024 and 2025, and somebody said, out there and try their best, which just made me laugh. But like,
it's cute, like,
reality, but the reality is, like, we're gonna have like 2 of the top 5 shooters in the NBA on our team next year. We're going to have 4 potential defensive, all defensive team players. Yep. We've got a rising superstar with very untapped potential who showed a lot last year and dominated in Summer League. We've got the most athletic and electric point guard in the NBA coming back off of an injury-shortened season with a massive chip on his shoulder. We have the deepest bench in the association and one of the best put-together coaching staffs in all of basketball.
Yep.
Bro, like, if there's ever a year for us to make a comeback tour with the band back together, it's this season with this schedule.
2 of the 3 past defensive player of the years. Like, it's just, you're right. Like the revenge tour, the walk, not the walk, but the chips are falling into place for this Grizzlies team to really have a season and make a run for it this year. And it's It's exciting.
And they're keeping receipts. Like you said earlier, they're reading the tweets, they're seeing what's going on, they're keeping receipts. And it's as Ja once famously said, I put it on Twitter a couple of times, some of these knuckleheads, like, keep that energy, stay on that side. Stay on that side. Stay
it, because we love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. God, I can't wait. I can't wait for basketball. We're gonna take a quick break. Because we can talk basketball all day, but we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna talk the weekend, because we made it. And we're gonna talk about the outlook on the weekend. Oh, that was bad. We'll do it better after the break.
One of the questions as far as my writings for the Wizards was, what's going to happen with Tyus Jones? And I kind of was able to narrow it down. He had 3 teams that he was primarily looking at, and that were the Memphis Grizzlies, the Phoenix Suns, and the Atlanta Hawks. From my understanding, Memphis they offered him more money. Memphis offer was somewhere around $5 to $6 million, but they wouldn't have given him an opportunity to start. And I believe that was something that was really important for him.
I'm not saying that what you're saying isn't true, but I don't think the Grizzlies actually made a serious run at Tyus Jones. And at that number, I don't even consider that serious. You know what I mean?
A lot of people in Memphis didn't really want to believe that the Grizzlies were interested in Tyus Jones. And I think a lot of, from what I saw on the internet, a lot of that has to do with you guys' expectation of what Scottie Pippen Jr. is going to be. The Memphis Grizzlies very much like Scottie Pippen Jr., but I'm also here to tell you they went out and tried to get a backup point guard.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Representing your country and winning, I think I'd black out on the podium. Because when I watch these people whose names I won't remember a week from now, and they're on the podium and they have tears and I start crying because I'm like, what a moment for this person. I'm getting a little nervous talking about it right now, BK.
I would shed 3 tears.
Oh.
I wouldn't be nose running crying. Not that crying. There's levels to this crying game. There's
shoulder shaking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even when the tears stop, you still like, that's when you used to get in trouble though. Your parents used to give you, that's when you used to get beaten.
You stop.
Yes, you better stop crying.
Exactly.
Put that bottom lip.
I'm not crying.
Right, yeah. I would definitely be up there. I would cry.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind. Welcome back. You can catch that show, Night Court. New episode dropped yesterday. Catch the $2 Sports Show with Rusty and Uncle Buck today at 3. Anthony Sane Show will be today at noon. Got No Bluffing will drop on Monday. Grizz 901 will be back soon. Next Gen should drop Monday. Got lots of good stuff. We like a smorgasbord of good content over here at BluffCityMedia.co.
There's a redneck joke in there. We're the Golden Corral of sports media, but it's better than that.
I love Golden Corral. RIP for the ones that have closed. Back to our show. And check out Jess Benson show. It's happening right now. On the Daily Grind. On Fridays, we talk about the weekend. It's a lovely thing that caps off the week where we enjoy ourselves like Sean Connery. He's still alive, right? Yeah, he's still alive. I was going to
he just died.
Don't do that to me.
I'm pretty sure he recently died. If I'm not mistaken, I think he did, man.
Oh my God. I can't find this out live right now. I'm not ready. Okay, we'll keep going.
Keep going. Weekend Outlook.
If Sean Connery's dead, please just Weekend Outlook. This weekend for me, I'll go first. So Finn is going back to his dad's for the week. So Kyla and I, we're going to have date night. It's our date weekend. We haven't had a date weekend in a really long time where it's just the 2 of us. I think we're going to go out to dinner. We're going to go to a movie and probably be back home early because I'm old and lazy. It's going to be a nice weekend where it's just the 2 of us and we're just going to get to hang out, which doesn't really get to happen that much. So I'm really excited.
Nice, man. Good for you, buddy. I'm excited for that. That's going to be a good weekend. Very similar to mine. I don't have any kids. Maggie doesn't either, but we've got kind of a low-key weekend planned until Sunday. So sorry I was a little distracted. I just made an impulse purchase and I bought tickets to opening night. I had to make sure I was there for the home opener. So sorry to all our fans out there, but I got 2 tickets. Maggie, we're going Saturday night. We'll be there. But my weekend's gonna be awesome, man. And speaking of Maggie, we got an awesome date night planned tonight. It just feels like date nights get better with her, and I'm super stoked to hang out tonight. do like nothing. She works till 7. We finished a puzzle last night. Might
Hell
start
yeah.
a new one tonight. Might watch a movie or Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones?
Probably Game of Thrones. Gonna watch, I'm cooking me a steak, her some salmon. Like, it's gonna be just a good low-key night, right? Same thing tomorrow. It's gonna be low-key day, just hanging out with Maggie. I'm super stoked about that. And then on Sunday,
what's happening Sunday?
is one of the greatest days of the year. And it's like it is Uncle Buck's Super Bowl, NBA Finals, NCAA football championship, Stanley Cup, all rolled into one, as our fantasy football league, the League of Avengers, has our in-person live draft. Like, Drew goes all out. Like, got to give credit where credit's due. Uncle Buck does a great job with our fantasy draft. So we all converge on one of our league members' house. He has a big TV that we put up an electronic draft board. He gets Haley to be his Vanna White. And we walk picks up to him. They put it up on the big board. We talk mad shit, have a great time. There's food, beer, pizza. It's awesome. Like, it's a great, great time. And Wayno, Luke, y'all appreciate this. It's always been the DC Comics and Marvel Comics themed team names, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, I've been Deadpool's Pistol Offense. Last year, I was the Mad Titans. I was like, there's been some great names over the years. None better than 2 years ago when I won our league trophy, the Stan Lee Cup.
Yeah.
And forever, Fat Drunk Thor is etched on that trophy, man. It's awesome. Like, you have to consume a beverage out of it, because it's like, Uncle Buck and I are famous on the 2 Buck Sports Show for talking about trophies you can consume beverages out of, being the best.
Yes.
You can consume, I have confirmed, you can consume a Busch Light out of the top of it. But super stoked, man. The draft Sunday night, it's going to be an awesome time. The Stanley Cup is up for grabs. Unfortunately, Drew won the league last year and has had the trophy for the last year, but his reign ends now.
Yes.
It's over. Let's go. This year, I'm announcing it here. I am the Merc with the mouthpiece is my team name this year, and we are taking back that trophy to its rightful place. And I'm going to put it over my shoulder like I did on our show 2 years ago, where you got to look at it every week. Let's go.
Oh, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited you guys are doing this Sunday. This is kicking off the fantasy. We're going to start every week. We're going to be talking some fantasy football, because it's time. We might be ranking players. It's time. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I didn't know Uncle Buck did that.
He does. Oh, he also does the Drewskis. Like the Dundies in The Office, he gives out the Drewskis. He gives out the Buddy Stevens Award for the biggest blowout win, made famous from Last Chance U on Netflix.
Yeah.
The Al Gore Award for the most points scored in a loss. Like, there's so many great Drewskis that are given out. I got to give him all the credit. He does an awesome job with our league, and I'm stoked.
The Al Gore Award for most points in a loss is really, really clever.
Absolutely. We got a pillow fight. Like, there's so many great awards that he does, and like, not trying to give him the big head, but
no,
great job with our league.
Well, we'll find out next week who you guys draft, because I'm gonna want to know. I'm gonna want to know. I want to get his side of it too. God, fantasy football's back.
I know. Let's go, baby.
I know it's a basketball show, but fantasy's back.
Let's go.
That's going to do it for us today. I'm psyched. I might go out and play football right now. That's not true.
That's it.
I am not strong. Shout out everybody for hanging out with us at home.
Yeah.
King Meeks, Wayno. Who else was with us? I thought there was someone else. Uncle Buck, you were there. Thank you, brother. Everybody have a good weekend. You earned it this week. It was a long week. We made it. We're here. Relax. Spend time with your friends and loved ones. Watch some old Grizzlies basketball. If I can leave you with 2 things this weekend, 2 things for the day. Remember just to be a little weird, just a little bit, and remember to smile. Thank you, everybody. Go check out Jess Benson. I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.